My name is Topsy. The name of my podcast is The Ascension Path. And honestly, I don't like to put my business out there at all. But this is something that had to be done. 2 years ago, I lost a really close friend of mine. And I was in a lot of shock, total disbelief. My world was upside down, and we were really close. And then when he passed away, I picked up his body from the airport and we buried him. And a couple of days after, he started popping up in my room. And I was wondering, like, is this for real? How come I'm seeing him? I don't understand. How is this possible? And then I just said to myself that, okay, this boy really loved me, so he would never hurt me. So I was very calm. But then after some time, he was popping up in my dreams, but he won't say nothing. He just pops up and that's it. So I said, okay, is it that I'm going crazy? There's something isn't right here. So after a while, I said I was going to see a psychologist. So I told the psychologist, I lost a really close friend of mine and, my life has just not been the same. I really don't know what's going on with me. I think I'm going mad. The psychologist said it might be schizophrenia or bipolar. So I said to her that I don't think I have any of those things. That's not it. So I explained some things to her a little bit further, and she said, okay, I think what you have is narcolepsy. So what is narcolepsy? Narcolepsy is a sleeping disorder that turns life into a video game. So basically what that means is your body wakes up before your brain, so anything that's going on in your brain will manifest in your reality. So she said, okay, you're probably dreaming about him and that's why you're seeing him. So I said, okay, well, that kind of makes sense, Then after some time, I would see like numbers, patterns on my wall, writings. I'm like, no. Something is not right here. Why do I see all these things? What's going on? So I spoke to a friend of mine in the UK and I was like, man, babe, I don't know. I say I don't need crazy, so I'm seeing things. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, babe, I'm seeing like numbers, writings. I don't know. Then she now said to me, okay, she's going to speak to her sister who's a pharmacist. So her sister now said it might be PTSD from Abdul's loss, which my friend that passed away. That's probably what I'm dealing with. So I said, okay. So another friend of mine said, Topsy, why don't you get close to God? So I said, all right, okay, I'll get close to God. So it says only God that can heal your broken heart. So I got close to God. I was going to church. I got baptized. I was a born again. So I was preaching, doing stuff. You fall in love with a supernatural being you've never seen before. But then the hallucinations became worse. I cried, I prayed, I even did like 100-day fasting. The Father, take this hallucination away from me. Why is this thing not going away? It was worse. I reached out to a couple of pastors. They couldn't fathom what I was going through. They didn't understand it. And they would just be like, oh, I'll pray for you or whatever. They kept saying, is your mind. So I said, okay, it probably is my mind. I always kind of knew who I was because I'm an empath. So somehow I just knew that there was always something special about me, but I really didn't understand it until my friend passed away. And there's one last thing I want to say. 2 years ago, I went to see my friend in Dubai and he gave me a gray robe. And when he pops up in my room, I know this might sound like I'm fucking around, but I'm not. When he pops up in my room, the gray robe will change color. Sometimes it will be green, sometimes it will be blue. So I said, you know what, that's it. It's over with, it's done. I've lost the plot. I don't even know what's going on. After him, I'm next. But later, I now understood that he had a message for me, and the message was, Tope, I want you to work on your throat chakra and your heart chakra, because our body has 6 energy points. Sorry, 7 actually. We have 7 chakras. We have the root chakra, we have the sacral chakra, we have the solar plexus, we have the heart, we have the throat, we have the third eye chakra, and then we have the crown chakra. When you get to the crown chakra, you can manifest anything you want on planet Earth. So the blue and the green represents the throat chakra is blue, the green The green is the heart. So the message he had for me before he was going to ascend rather, was work on your throat chakra, because I know that you talk a lot. You have that gift to, speak to people and all that. Make sure your throat chakra is balanced, and then work on your heart chakra, so that when you leave planet Earth, you will ascend to a higher realm. So it's because I'm awakened, I understood that was why the color of the robe changed. I didn't understand it at first, but the thing is, when your third eye is open, you become a critical thinker. You start to dissect things. You don't just go by what you're told. You don't walk on the earth blind. You ask questions. You start to say, this thing doesn't make sense. How come this and this and this? How does a loving father send his children to hellfire? How does a soul burn? I'm not trying to go into religion here, and I'm not dissuading you. I'm just telling you my own personal experience, what it is that I went through personally. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you very much.